G'day, Stayer Off Grid here on a lovely brisk 7 degrees morning. I've got these little things in this pen that I've put in there for chickens to lay eggs in. Totally been unsuccessful. None of them have laid any eggs in there. So what they've been doing now is they've found spots out in the yard to lay eggs. Now, how I found out about this was that there was no eggs because I thought they were all just too young, you know. But also we got to about the time where I thought they should be laying eggs, and Ducky, my favourite, the friendliest chicken that comes into the caravan every morning to have a feed, and probably about 2 or 3 times in the day comes in and just hangs out and lets you pick her up and whatever, you know, she's just friendly. She disappeared, and I thought the fox got her because I'd lost a few through foxes. They're all over here. That's all I've got. At one stage I was up to about 15 chickens. Now I'm down to 6 because of the fox. Haven't seen the fox seem to come around when I was in hospital, and now that I'm back I've seen it once and then it disappeared. I haven't seen it for 3 weeks. But apparently they'll smell you and they won't come near you, so maybe it was because I wasn't here. So anyway, Ducky I found coming out of the grass here, and I thought she was gone and I was a bit sad, and then I seen her come out of the grass and I was like, it's a miracle, she's alive. And she was laying eggs just down here, and she was sitting on them. She was there overnight, everything, and I just didn't want to lose it to a fox. So I moved the eggs into the pen and went and took her to the eggs. When she got off them to go get a feed, I moved the eggs and then I took her into the pen and sat her on them. She sat there for about an hour. She got off and then she started looking for another place. So we'll discuss that later, where she found. So now the little speckled one, there's one with little orange speckles on it. Whoop, camera's doing funny things. She's found another spot just next to that. There's an old toilet there and she's laying eggs down there. I'm going to let her get to about 15 and see what happens, and then I'll start collecting them. Alright, so that's 2 hens out of 4. We just got to find where the last 2 hens are laying eggs. And I know where it is. So I was walking past the tractor the other day and I heard cluck cluck clucking, or I heard some noises, and actually what it was the rooster under there. He appeared to be making a nest, and I watched him. He come out and then nothing happened. Then later on he was in there with the hen, and after that the hen was laying eggs there. So I didn't know roosters make nests for hens, but apparently they do. So it was right underneath the tractor, right, you can't see, but it's through the back there. Now the problem with that is, well, lots of problems with that, but they're actually laying the eggs under the grasses, which is not even under the tractor at all. I just put this bit of marine ply there for the moment. Oh, now since I put that marine ply there, there's something sleeping under there. All right, something every night, every day, the grass is down, so something's sleeping in there. So I'll have cameras. I had them up ages ago, just temporarily in a certain, wherever I needed them. They got a little light. They're not, you know, they're not infrared or anything like that to see it, what is there. The sensor turns a light on. So, but anyway, we'll be able to see something maybe. So I've just got to find where I'm going to put that, and I've got to charge another 3 because there's so much activity. Recently there's just heaps and heaps of activity over here, but the chickens are out much more. They've been following me around, so see, they're just They're just over there. They're never far from me. Because I lift things up for them and there's bugs under the things I lift. So anyway, let's have a look here. So under this plywood, there's a bit of plastic lid. And then under the lid there's heaps of eggs down there. There's 2 hens laying here. So there's actually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 eggs. I'm going to let them lay, they're laying 2 eggs a day in there, so there's 2 hens. I'll let it go for another couple of days and then I'll start taking the eggs, and I'll just leave the other eggs at the bottom because it just gives them something to lay onto rather than the nest getting disturbed and them going. I mean, normally with my other chickens that I had before, ooh, it's bloody cold. The wind's just come up. Feels like 4 degrees now. The other chickens I had originally, the first 2 Isa Browns, I'd take their eggs every day and they'd still lay in the same spot. They didn't need their eggs to lay, you know, that's where they laid. If I take all the eggs now with these chickens, I think they'd just go find another spot. So I'm just going to leave 6 eggs there all the time just for them to lay on to. At least I know where the eggs are. Okay, it's not, you know, go, oh, you have to walk across the yard to get your eggs. Yeah, I do, but I know where they are. That's the thing. And we'll talk about I may have to walk across the yard. See if there's any bugs under here. Book, 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 book. Any bugs there, darling? Any bugs? Oh yeah, there's some there. Alright, I'm walking back. What was I saying? Yeah, but anyway, at least I know where the eggs are now. Because if you didn't, trying to get out of this wind now, that's bloody chilly. If you didn't, yeah, you could be looking all over the place. In fact, I was looking all over the place for Ducky when she disappeared. I thought, but I was probably looking for her in the yard, not really looking for her in the long grass underneath it, you know. But yeah, at least I know where the eggs are, and in the future I've got to come up with something better. I'd like to be able to find a way so that they're going to lay eggs in the pen. But you know, the worst case scenario, I know where they are. All right, let's have a look where Ducky now, because Ducky got off that nest, she started looking for another nest, and there was at one stage one chicken just as well laying random eggs around the place. I would just find eggs, one egg. 10 times I found one egg. One chicken was just laying one egg, finding another spot to lay an egg, laying another egg. That was just walking around randomly finding eggs. So anyway, Ducky come into the caravan, so did the little black duck. Sorry, not the little black duck. The little black chicken. She started, Ducky started scratching at the where I sit and do my work. So I sit here, this is my little workstation, and she comes in and has a feed of dry worms up here, and then she goes down there and has a drink, and then she goes outside. But she started scratching on this. I'll put some grass over here, and 10 minutes later she laid an egg, and now I had up to 15 eggs in there. She's not sitting on them. I've put 6 in the incubator. The rest are going in the fridge now. I took 6 eggs, so I took about 8 eggs out of there, and she come back in. She didn't even worry about it. She's still coming in every morning. First thing, says some mealworms, lays some eggs, lays one egg, and then goes outside. So she's still fixing up her nest. I actually help her with the nest once she gets off it. I do the same thing and try and fold it all in and make it circle for her. Did you lay one? Is there a shiny one? Now the eggs that she had on, that she was sitting on outside, that she then got off. And now we have one little ducky. Another little ducky. Someone's going, why is he saying they're not ducks, they're chickens? A one baby from Ducky the chicken, two babies from Ducky the chicken. Now by the look of them, they look like a cross between their mother, obviously, which is an Isa Brown, and the blue-laced Wyandotte. That's what they look like to me. They'd be lighter if they were the Leghorn. Put their heater back down, and they're healthy and chirpy, and it's not the best time of the year for them, but this thing keeps them warm, so they're fine. These are the eggs I've been getting out of the two different types of chickens. So Isa Brown is nice brown and a big egg, and this is either from an Australorp cross Leghorn or a blue Wyandotte, so they're a lighter colour and a lot smaller. And these ones are kind of roundish. Alright, I'm Stay Off Grid, that's all I've got.